Hello everybody and welcome back. I'm Will Dragon and this is Timberborn. This is life. Sorry, that sounded so dramatic in my head. We are, we're building this ridiculous giant mega project. Now, I have made some revisions since we put it all down. I've made a realization and a revision. The realization is that I need all of these to be dirt so that they transmit water irrigation as best as possible. My other update is I want all this to be dirt because I'm going to extend the project somewhat up in this direction. So before we press go, I am unfortunately going to have to do some deleting. As you can see, I've already replaced these with dirt blocks. So that has gone and happened. Will be of these. Now, unfortunately, this is going to cost me a lot more dirt than I say originally planned, but it doesn't make too much of a difference because I needed so much dirt from originally planned that yeah, it doesn't make too much of a difference, if I'm perfectly honest with you. I did, however, unfortunately, because of the way I've gone and done it, it does mean that, you know, having spent all of these logs, which now have nowhere to go, because I don't really have a huge log storage, because I've never really had a overabundance of logs, to be honest. But yeah, that I could have spent and recuperated this this dirt by this point. So that is the unfortunate point. The other unfortunate point is that this dirt along the back wall, it's going to take me a little while to get round to building it, because they are going to have to come from this bottom direction and build it from there, because I don't really have access to that top part too much. They can build this line from the whoa, I'm going a bit crazy. Sorry, I'm talking to you and I'm not concentrating. They can build this line because they can build it from the tube station, but the other bits, they do still kind of need access to, or be able to grab access to. But yeah, right, so that's all replaced. That is our revisions done. Then what we need to go and do is, and I may as well go all the way to the sides, and then all the way to there, so that could all be built. And I need to throw down my... Oh, whoops. Where's that gone? Just by there. I need to throw down my next tube station. To do that, I actually need to have it connected, which is not going to happen if I block it with dirt, is it? Oh, then of course, put the dirt block back. That just in there. And then we have a dirt station. We have a dirt station. And breathe in and breathe out. Okay, now let's press go. Drought is approaching. I also need to go and turn on these fine water pumps just to top ourselves up. And this can now also be turned on and put up to 4 workers. I have also, which I quickly did in the interim when I replaced around here with dirt, before I also realized I had to do the rest, I did go and change a couple of my storerooms or warehouses from metal to dirt, because I don't need a huge amount of metal, and I've not got a lot compared to what I can actually use. Yeah, you should be fine. 3 hours to make 10. That allows me to provide for... I don't know. Sorry, there's too much math involved. 3 hours to make 10. Each one uses 1.5. So, like, I don't know. I feel like that could provide me with, like, 6 or something. I'm not entirely sure. But, yeah, so we do have this. This will definitely hold irrigation. So I feel like I need to throw down a pair of these. That's fine. Alright, this will definitely hold bad water at some point, so that's why I feel like I need to throw down those. Stop any contamination transfer. Not that I think it would get too far, because I don't think it would go down through here, but it might do. Like I said, it might do. So we'll block that off. And then these guys are picking up lots of things, I think. We've got a lot of course, resources from all the things we've gone and built up. All the stairs we had, all that kind of stuff. So that's all lying around as well. I assume, yep, that you can be reached. Just waiting for that to go and be done. So the dirt line has been built. And as I said, I can only assume that this can be reached, although they usually build... Oh, there you go. They're building the dirt from down here. That'll be what they're up to. Because they can reach some of it from down below. So, there you go. Gone and built some of my dirt from down below. So they will eventually get around to building that. Just, yeah, I thought they were picking stuff up, and I was like, but they usually collect rubble after they've got nothing left to build. It was a little bit weird. We have gone and increased our water, although we're roughly at, I don't know, 4.8 is full capacity. We're roughly at full capacity. We will, of course, increase our capacity at some point. We still need to build Happy Fun Beaverland, which there are plans for. But we're obviously going to focus on this project first. This is all going well. I have not been through a bad tide since I've gone and finished this up. And so I need to ensure once that happens that I am fully equipped. This is all sufficient enough for things not to start flooding. Even, you know, briefly flooding for 10 seconds and then stopping, because the point is it all comes down into here. It all floods everything. If that's the case, I will build a second outlet coming straight down this way and fill that full of water wheels as well. Because, you know, it wasn't in the original designs, but even if I have to lose this, and of course these will, well, this one would then lose a bit of power. You know, I'm going to have an extra 6 water wheels. I mean, it's going to be an upgrade. But I'm not going to do it unless I have to, because I'd actually rather not. Oh, hello. You're now building. I should have, of course, carried on building this as opposed to being chatting away. Let's start throwing down some dirt. There is so much dirt to be built. Now, this isn't quite how it's going to kind of finish, but I'm just going to cover things up for now, and then I shall... Wait. I shall figure out how my little extensions, etc. are going to go after that point. And I build it in this funky up-down pattern because it stops any requirements for the block behind. And so therefore allows me to build a little bit better. It's yeah, sorry folks. Understand this, you're watching me place several hundred dirt blocks. But, it's not the most enjoyable, not the most entertaining thing we could be watching. But, unfortunately, it does need doing if I want this project to be built. And I would quite like this project to be built. I mean, I've started it. It'd be nice to finish. Whoops. Correct that, and carry on. Which way are we facing? Oh, we're facing down. Ba-dum-dum. I don't know if anyone's keeping count as to how many dirt blocks have gone down, because I'm not. I can tell you, though, it's a lot. A lot. a lot. Oh, good old bit of jumping. Right. There you have it, folks. That is a lot of dirt blocks. That is a lot of dirt blocks. Now, let's go and double check a few things. One is, so I've impermeable floored all the top, just in essence to make sure, really. I have impermeable floored the bottom. Good. And I have not impermeable floored that. Although, that doesn't look impermeable. Oh, no, wait, hang on. So I have to go one up. Oh, this is... I can't see. Is there an impermeable floor there? There is. Hey, I think I've impermeable floored everything. Okay, yes, it all seems to have square borders. So I think I've impermeable floored everything. Okay, then. That should be good. Alright. Wow, that is just a lot of arrows. And we're not done there, folks. That's what we're going to go and do. And how's our dirt looking? More to the question. Oh, wait, hang on. So first, I want to extend that out one. And let's bring that back. And that way. Right. Oh yeah, damn it. I messed that up slightly. Is this even gonna work out? Yeah, it's worked out. Go. That has not yet been extended. Yep, right. Let's keep going around. And you thought we were finished with dirt blocks, folks. There's a lot more dirt blocks to go. Continue with our up-down patterning. Alright, that one's going to slightly... Got one tile that needs to be built before the others. I'm sure I can live with that. Dirt blocks everywhere. Ooh la la is the only way I'm going to go and start to explain this. Getting a bit out of hand, really, isn't it? I am actually going to go and potentially level it off here. I don't think I am going to level it off there, if I'm perfectly honest. Because I don't like how square that little bit is, but we'll have a look at it once it's done. And that's not correct. I can select this platform. No, unfortunately, I can't really see. Yep, no, we've definitely gone beyond that platform there. Have now for this one as well, which means I've missed blocks of dirt. Ay. Oh, that worked out. Yeah, let's be honest, I may as well just, if I can. No, wait, it'd be one there. Then this would finish up. Okay, this is getting even more out of hand than I thought it was going to. Going a bit crazy, folks. This is getting a little bit out of hand. Just a smidge. So again, who's keeping count of dirt blocks? I feel like any moment now my system should just overload. Because it honestly wouldn't surprise me. And then I think that's that. So that, ladies and gentlemen, that is what is being built. Go and make sure we have access to everything. Go and check the corners. I mean, they all seem to be within range according to a little tool type tip up on the top right. Okay, and what did we go and mess up here? Did I go one too far, I'm gonna guess? How far? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, I went one too far. Alright, well, yep, that is it. How we're doing? Still got 1.8k dirt. 1.8k dirt. We're down 17 people though, so that's why we're not doing injured beavers of 21. Ouch. That'd be because of all of this going on. I'm gonna go and pause one of them because without the beavers we can't do any building anyway. So it's not like I can use my dirt. I'm going to pause one of them so I can actually get some beavers back. Because 21 is a little bit out of hand. You should have the beds for it. They've all got beavers in them. I've got a couple of empties on this side. Yep. Definitely a lot of injured beavers. Okay, we're down to 17 now. That's a bit better. I get some more people building. We still need, you know, probably about... Oh, hang on. There you go. Probably need a good... Ooh, 3,000 dirt. We've got 1.8. So that'll all keep going along. And everything else is just ticking along beautifully. I mean, we're really good food. Our water is holding. I mean, we've got this reservoir that at this stage with 13 days to go, we'll have a peak inside. I mean, there you go. It's still almost full. It's still almost full. It's still on its top level. Although, is that because I have these? Yeah, these are activated. I mean, yeah, it's... Logging industry's going well. It's all going really nicely. We've got this giant ridiculousness going on. This absolute monstrosity. And kind of need to start prepping for what comes next. We've blocked off this bad water source, so that's great. There's no more bad water coming into... Or kind of onto the map. It's still coming in because I'm using it. It's not really ending up onto the map, and that's the whole plan. That's why I may need to expand this. Just to stop any overflow. Oh yeah, of course, these would also lose a bit of power as well if I opened it up here. But again, the fact that I'd have 6 more, it should all even out, you know? The extra 6 I get for power should get the power that these don't, in other words. Something along those lines, anyway. Yeah, that is me. Okay, down to 14 injured beavers and just... Okay, 15 now. And 7 beavers not in jobs, but... I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, they come out these. So we are missing 8 builders. That's alright. I mean, we're coming along quite nicely. We are coming along quite nicely. And as they place the blocks on the edge, more blocks just turn up to be built. How depressing. Yeah, you know those 600 that you've placed? You can go and place another 200 more. Call it quits. Such is the life of an iron-teeth beaver. Can I get that tree? I do have got that tree marked. So yeah, one of the things that we kind of need after this, like I said, is a happy fun beaverland. Obviously, we'll need to get our end wonder. And we've got a couple of wonders. I mean, this one... I think it hits the... counts for hitting these as well. So this hits all of my builders... Well, if they're ever sat around doing nothing, that is. Hits all my builders and haulers. This hits everybody in my industrial area. But we could do... We could do with a couple of better situated ones. We do, of course, need the Flame of Unity as well. Let's just go and unlock it. Yes. Let's go and unlock the final wonder as well. Yes. Still got 20k science. What haven't I unlocked that I'm especially going to need? None of that. Well-being. Motivatarium. Go and unlock that. Go and unlock a mud bath. Wind tunnel. We're going to want all of this. Exercise plaza. Swimming pool. Haven't got any back scratchers. That's just blasphemy at this point, to be honest. I'm far too far in to not have a back scratcher. Not going to use anything for I'm not going to use bots, to be honest. Not a huge fan, if I'm perfectly honest, of using bots. We will, of course, need the oil press. Not going to be using any pumps or dumps. So yeah, there you go. That's pretty much everything unlocked that I'm gonna end up needing. I may end up needing another bridge, but that'll just be very situational. So yeah, that's it. Everything unlocked with 16k left. At least everything unlocked that I think I'm gonna need. The highest cost building I have left is probably this, which is another 1.8k. So with my 16, I could probably unlock everything. Yeah, I see 5 beavers. There you go. Here comes the bigger crew. Yeah, so that's just going to take a while to build. And so, whilst I'm kind of ignoring that in the background, I think it's time to start thinking about Happy Funland, because we may as well keep plotting and planning. Now, the current plan is to try and take over this mountain and have it turned in to the Beavers' Happy Funland. Of course, then connected via tubeway to this. Potentially underground as well, although it probably will just be connected overground, if I'm honest, like a little tubeway bridge. And just having a massive Happy Funland here, because we do have a source of water, which we do need to make sure is also good for bad tide, so there's that planning that needs to happen as well. So yeah, that's going to be the plan. And the first stage of all of that will be to trim down all of these trees. Now, I don't think, unfortunately, trimming them down is going to be the best way. Hey, Sarian Beaver, how are you this morning? Or at least my morning. Most people's not morning. It has been a while. So I think we're unfortunately going to have to simply destroy all of these trees. Because like I said, I think trimming them is probably not going to happen. Just the way that everything goes. So let's... I mean, it's always unfortunate to have to mark resources for demolition. But I'm full on trees and my tree market is going fairly well. My tree industry, I should say, not market. Let's go and mark pretty much everything for cutting. We'll grab all of these as well. Gonna be a little bit of fun, because as you can see, it's very up and down. But, oh, we missed one there, I think. No, we didn't. Oh, we'll grab those as well. May as well grab these. Oh, did I accidentally? No, I didn't accidentally go too far. Go and destroy all of this dead wood. And we shall replace it all with something glorious in the name of beaverdom everywhere. Something along those lines. AM 3. Oh, you mean 3 a.m.? Okay, yep, definitely morning for you as well. I very much appreciate that you're joining me at such an early time. What had you up at 3 a.m. in the morning? I'm hoping nothing bad. I'm hoping you simply got up because, I don't know, there's a beautiful sunrise this morning that you'd love to catch. On the other hand, you could also just go and catch a beautiful sunrise if you hadn't thought about it, because you're up and it's 3 a.m. Okay. Let us start to look at what comes next. Let's start to look at what comes next. Which... one of the big things that comes next... I understand that this is not in the name of efficiency, but it is also why we made things so much bigger. Is safety. Because we can't have this giant platform floating in the sky and not think about beaver safety. I mean, that would just be really, really cruel of us. So we're going to go and make sure the beavers stay safe and they can't fall off the edge. And to do that, we're going to put a platform... fence, sorry, all the way around this giant floating platform. And this is... I'm not going to lie to you, ladies and gentlemen, I did actually extend this whole platform by one tile further than was actually planned. Just so that I could do this and not actually lose any area for what I want to use it for. So yes, there's that. Let's just go ahead and... I need to tuck you in a corner, you in a corner, you in a corner, and... you in a corner. And then let's see if I can delete... corners. Preferably just the corners. Sorry, the paths. And just the paths, I should have said. And not delete what? Oh, I actually need to delete more than just the corners. So that's just the corners. Let's try that one again. I mean, no rush to really get these replaced. The beavers haven't gotten this far yet. Going to be a wee while. And back to our decorations and metal fence. So apart from this little drop off here, the beavers are mostly safe. And that way they shall remain. Let us... What do we need? We need all of that to be able to finish up our beaver safety project. And there you go. The beavers shall remain safe. And now, of course, which I'm sure most of you have figured out, this is going to be for planting a ridiculous amount of crops. And so one of the next things we need to do is figure out our crops. But before we do that, one of the next things I also wish to do is we did actually, by we I mean myself with the help of my wonderful wife, I am going to sorry, I'm going to count this out. Give me 1 second. And we could do... Oh, the max you can build is 10, so hang on, I'll build 9 because I can count 9. Multiply. I forget that there's that thing at the bottom now that's been introduced. There's an extra 9, and no, I'm not going to go and build there. Because what we're going to go and build... in here, ladies and gentlemen, is a whole bunch of hydroponic farms. And of course, as I said, yes, because you probably figured out this is all for farming. It's all going to be beautifully irrigated. Assuming I have figured this out correctly, which we will find out when it gets turned on. Of course, to get all this up and running, we are going to need to have another tube station, which I will be looking to put kind of around... roughly in the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's around here. Around here, give or take. Let's go and mark that up. There you go. That is going to be for... in fact, I didn't need to do that at all. Not in the slightest. I was thinking in fact... Wait, do I? What comes underneath this? A platform. Yes, I do. Because I need to replace that platform a metal block, because this needs to actually become a solid tubeway. But you know what? Let's go and chuck in that solid tubeway. That'll get built. And that cannot be built because we have a lovely path, which let's now delete because it has served its purpose. Yes. Delete. Part that comes down here. Yes. Yes, that has gone and served its purpose. They've gone and replaced the tubeway piece already. It's not very difficult when you can build from tubeways. And then we shall have a path that comes along there. And then that is all going to be filled full of hydroponic farms. Now this area then has to be divided. And I'm going to try and get most things in here. So I want cassava, soy, eggplants, and canola all on this. And it, you know, you'll be to have a perfectly efficient running system, which one of the guys on Discord was nice enough to go and make a spreadsheet, etc. of it. You do need actually slightly more space than this for all of that, which is a bit mental, because this is, well, this is a little bit insane. But yeah, but we should be okay. We should genuinely be okay, because this is still a lot of space. A hell of a lot of space. But we do need to figure out what's going to be what, quite frankly. So, we need, give or take, we don't need kohlrabi. For soybeans, that's cassava. We'll go soybeans first. We need about 130 plants, and it needs... Ah, damn it, I can't see it. And plus, I'm also not going to be able to... Never mind. I'll do this when it's built. We need about 130 plants and 1 farm. Cassava, I've got 160 and 2 farms. Eggplants, 130 and 1 farm. And canola oil, 320 fields and 4 farms. And then a whole bunch of hydroponics for a whole bunch of things. Now, what we do have to also look at, which I haven't forward planned yet, is we're obviously then going to need some industry to go along with all this farming. It is too far from a district and cannot be reached. Well, that will be solved once I build these and the path turns up, so that's not actually a problem at all. And these are just not being built. But it's fine. It's not like they haven't got stuff to build. You know what I mean? Like, this surely will get built. I don't see why it wouldn't get built. And it's not like they've stopped building, so I'm not really going to start panicking. Like I said, what we do need is industry. Now, in terms of this, we have, I think our actual power draw is about 3,000 to 4,000. So, we've got a little bit of power to spare. So that's not a problem. Our power shaft runs along this and can be extended all the way if needs be. So that's not a problem either. We also have a convenient tubeway here, which could also always come off and start an industrial area. Because I was building it to something and then I realized I didn't need to be building it to something. So it just became the tubeway to nowhere. Which I still wish a beaver would come along and just wave out the end of it, quite frankly. Oh, what is this? What is this? Corn numbers dropping? Terrible. That's raw corn, by the way, not the canned corn. So really not a worry. So yeah, and so I don't want to build an industrial area in here because first off, I may have to extend another aqueduct outlet, and I think it looks ugly. It's out of place. It's not right. And Right, I need to put... piece of impermeable floor on there, and I'm going to ask them to prioritize that, because what I might do is turn on these and test my system, because it's all sealed. As you can see, all the way around these blocks now has been done. This, which is in essence the inlet, is all built, as is this up here. So, and there you go, that's now been built, so that's sealed up. So I might give it a quick test run. Drought runs out in 1.8 days. Let's auto that. How are we doing? 3.5k in terms of water. We've always got these 2 pumps going, keeping us with a little top up. So, you know, they don't keep it up. They don't keep the water up what it needs to be. Like, it still drops, but it drops slower. Because we do have a very slight influx. Yep, as you can see, they're building what they can build. I'm going to go and say, can we just prioritize these ones? Then at least my path is finished. I'm going to say, please prioritize the ones with the path on it. I'll ignore this side. And then that one. Because then at least, you know, they can actually reach everything else. Because the path then does technically extend. I could, of course, just move the path as well. I suppose there's always that, but they have to be built, so. So as I was saying, yes, I need a food industrial area. Now, this whole mountain is, in essence, going to become Pleasure Mountain. Beaver Funland. And so I need, as I said, set up my food industry somewhere. Now, another way is to maybe have it pushing further out here, but all the food has to come back this way. So yeah, and all of it's, of course, going to be coming through this tubeway. So, I mean, technically to here, I mean, I could, I suppose, extend it. I don't need a very big industrial area for it. I mean, I could extend something out here. And have a little industrial area, you know. Because a lot of the food will be going to storehouses in Mount Pleasure. Because that's where my beavers are going to be spending their evenings. There you go. They've now got access to everything. Better. Yes, it is at the moment. Is at the moment. But this one isn't, is it? How about... No, not the path. Yeah, these ones aren't. That one is. It's too far. Ah, I suppose because there's no way to get to it. Yeah, that makes sense. I haven't built the thing before it. So yeah, I'm kind of... As I said, I'm kind of struggling as where to put... Drought has ended. Let's... I mean, this should be... This should be greening up. There you go. Watch for any leaks. Let's quickly just come back here and turn all of these on whilst I've got a moment. Okay, I don't see any leaks. I don't see any water coming out anywhere. And these should be slowly filling up. Okay, there you go. Yep, they're now filling up. Taking a little bit longer. That is greening up, but then they should be greening up even with one level down. Unless I have hideously miscalculated, but I don't think I did. Or did I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, so I mean, they should all... It's supposed to be 11 tiles for 1-up irrigation. So we'll keep an eye on that. I'm going to go and close these. We'll be able to see how this gets affected a little bit quicker. I mean, it'll take about 20 days. We will be able to see 1 down irrigation. Like I said, it should go all the way to the end. So I am interested to see how that goes exactly. Wow, these will all suddenly get built, I would like to think. There you go. It is green. It is green. It has gone good. You are correct, Sarion. It has gone well. At least the initial staging. The initial testing, I should say. The initial testing does seem like it was a success. We will find out. We will find out. By the time it drops down, as in 20 days, I'm hoping most of this will, in fact, be built. Let's have a look here. Do we have rubble in the water? We don't have rubble in the water, so let's go and move that. We don't have rubble hanging around here, it seems. Of course, we have a drought coming up. That's not a problem. Go and get rid of this path. Done. And we've got a few other little bits and bobs of cleaning up to do. That can now disappear. Oh, no, that still has rubble next to it. That still has rubble next to it. This can disappear. Be picked up when they get a spare moment. That path, I believe, can disappear. Ah, alright, we'll leave it at that for a second. Oh, doesn't that look beautiful in green? Green's a good color in this game. It's a great color. Of course, they're trying to build it in lines because that's how I place them. I skipped lines, so I did all the blocks facing the same direction. That's now how they're trying to place them down. Hey, as long as they keep building, I don't mind. And so... let's also... give them a chance to get in here and start doing this. Let's... put a set of stairs by there. And... cross here a little bit. See what you can get with that. And then that's going to clear off a lot. But of course, we are going to have to keep... it's, I mean, it's just hideous. This is a hideous mountain to have to try and clean up. It's so multi-leveled. And in little pieces. Yes, we will, but we'll endure, and we'll, something like this. I can't actually get onto that platform. So I am going to have to build kind of, I don't know, yeah, it's going to look all horrible. It's going to all look horrible, that's all I can say. We'll start with that. I mean, we're going to be building other things, and they always build again as well, before they remove resources. Okay, and we're also putting in the paths. So I assume that's... oh no, that's not too far, which is good. But, yep, that's all going well. Let's go and pause a couple of these because they're unnecessary. We are down to just 10 injured beavers. How are we doing for dirt? 76. So I'm going to have to unpause you because we're about to run out of dirt. That will also take a few... basically 4 more of my builders away, so dirt will be used a little bit slower and gained a little bit faster. So it all works out. We still have 1,000 dirt left to build, at least. At least when I see these little pegs, I know I've reached the edge. So that's quite good. Yeah, so I think we've got about 1,000 dirt left to place down. And ladies and gentlemen, as per always, because I pay no attention to these things, we have gone overtime on this episode. So we are going to leave the episode there. The stream will continue. So for those of you joining us live, don't go away. The stream does continue. But for those of you joining us after the fact on YouTube, watching this as an episode, that is unfortunately all we have time for on this episode. And so until next time, as per always, I hope that you stay safe, happy, and healthy.